What is up, guys? Welcome back. Now, today probably marks the biggest update I have ever seen come to Schedule 1. This has just hit the beta servers live right now. Now, this brings the addition of the trash can. We can press E to interact with it and we can see 3 slots and with a prompt saying contents will be emptied when you sleep. This brings me now to the new locker. We have seen this teased on Tyler's live stream, and this is going to be the replacement of beds. Though you can still use beds if you would like to, let me give you a demonstration on how this works. We can walk up to an employee outside and we can see now there is a locker option up the top. If we select that, we can now assign him to a locker as you would with beds. These lockers can be stacked facing each other with no problems of functionality whatsoever. And just to give you a comparison, this is what 5 employees usually would take up space-wise to house them. This is 5 beds and this is 5 lockers. Now this gives you a pretty dramatic space saving of probably around 60%, and you can fit these nicely in the corner while relieving you much of the room. Now stay with me because this next update marks the biggest update I have seen come to Schedule 1. If we access our large storage rack, we can see a new icon appear in the top right hand corner of the item slot. Now if we click this icon, a new window will open. This is going to give us 3 new filters that we can assign to that item slot on our large storage rack. The first option here is going to be no filter, with the next option next to it is going to be a whitelist. Now how the whitelist works is it will only whitelist an item for that specific slot. So if we select the whitelist option and we select add and we want to add Coke, that will only allow Coke to go into that specific slot on the large storage rack. Every one else of these slots is still free real estate. So if you want an entire shelf dedicated to one item, you are going to have to assign the whitelist to the specific item for each individual item slot. Now that might seem a little bit click intensive, but I promise you this is the smartest way to do it. This allows you, if you wanted a supply shelf for a botanist, an example, you could have a supply shelf set out like this where you have 2 seeds in this slot, 3 fertilizers and 3 of your soils, and that will adequately supply one of your botanists. Now, if you're like me and you're going to be primarily using this feature for mixing, we can now set one item for the whole shelf like so, represented by the little icon up there, in this case a donut. Now this works just as well for blacklisting. If there was a reason that you didn't want a specific item going into those slots but you were fine with every other item going on there, you can just select the blacklist option as well, and that will unallow this item from going into the shelf while all the other items remain open. Now I have set up a little demonstration of how this could work in the barn with a fully automated 8-step mixer with a little lab out the back, a brick press and some supply shelves here. Now for example, if we were previously going to restock all of our mixing stations, we would have to run to the store, buy some, or individually order each item, where we would then put them into the desired shelves manually. You would still have to manually import each item that you want to order into the deliveries app and then place that order for the loading bay that you have assigned to be filtered into your shelves. But as you can see, when the van does arrive, your handlers will quickly be able to unload the van into your desired shelves without misplacing any of the items. And correspondingly, you can now unload these shelves into the desired mixing step to complete your 8-step mix. Now, I don't know how many of us have ever dreamed running a business from our phone, but now that dream has been realized inside of Schedule 1. Tyler really said, fine, I'll do it myself when it comes to automation, and has made the process so much easier for us. This addition is really game changing. I've never seen such a fundamental mechanical change to a game after its release with such a drastic potential upside of improvement, opening so many doors and so many possibilities for ways that you can play the game. I honestly can't wrap my head around how many different ways you can use this filter, but I'm sure the more creative and more inspired bunch of you will find a great solution for it. Now this works just as well when it comes to refilling chemistry stations as well. As you can see, we have 3 main supply shelves here, each with their own ingredient. As you can see, we have 3 main supply shelves here, each with their own individual ingredient being funneled into one supply shelf where we use the filter to then specify item slots, and then we have this supply shelf routed to our chemistry stations. And of course, Tyler did not leave us high and dry. We can apply filters to the chemistry station as well. We can apply filters to the mixing steps. We can apply filters to just about anything. Doesn't this make everything just so much easier? Really, it is simplified automation in this game by an order of magnitude. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it is now 10 times easier to automate all of your setups in Schedule 1, with possibilities of making them significantly smaller, significantly easier to manage. Guys, this is by far the biggest update I have seen come to a game ever. This just changes the whole fundamental of Schedule 1, and quite frankly, I'm just blown away. I'm just shocked. I did not see this coming like this. Quite frankly, we hadn't heard from Tyler for over a week, and I thought he might have been on holiday. I thought he was away doing something, but no. It just goes to show sometimes the quieter your developers are, the better. He was obviously head down working away on this awesome update to bring us, and this has just completely redefined Schedule 1. That's going to be it from me today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. I hope I mentioned the flashlight in this video, though I'm not sure whether this is a finished version. As we can see, it is a little bit interesting, but it does open some interesting possibilities. Why would Tyler be wanting to add a flashlight, do you think? Will we be venturing into the trees into a future update, perhaps to uncover some mysteries in Schedule 1? Could this be potentially linked to a new update? Because of course we have the flashlight that is already built in, and I've never had a problem with this. Why do we need to see deep into the darkness? I will leave your minds wondering with that. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you and all the support you guys leave in the video. Now, over 90% of you aren't subscribed, so let's see that change a little bit if we could, please. It takes 1 click, and I'm not going to bother you with it. It would mean the world to me. That's it. If you want to be notified every time I bring you an update on Schedule 1, hit that bell icon, and of course, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.